In the years I've been in this business, I don't remember anybody ever doing a before and after test on valve springs. Today on Diesel Insights, our 6.7 liter Cummins has one of our 67 mil turbos on it, a CW charger. We're testing at about 700 horsepower, and I remembered we forgot to put valve springs in this engine. So we're going to take the data that we already collected, we're going to go ahead and install those valve springs, and then we're going to test the engine again and show you, was it worth it? The manufacturers tell us that anything over 40 psi of boost, we need valve springs. Do we? Let's find out. All right, so Dan's got the new valve springs installed. The injectors are back in, everything's buttoned up, we're ready to go. Just in case you're curious, Hamilton 103 valve springs for the 24 valve, pretty standard setup, something we've put in quite a few trucks. Anything that we're running significant boost and drive pressure ratios in or high RPM, we usually put valve springs in just as a precaution. I'm not being paid by Hamilton. They don't even know I'm doing this test. If you remember, we started this test at 689 horsepower. After the dyno pull that Dan just did, we landed at a whopping 696.6 horsepower after the springs. That's a gain of 7.5 horsepower, or 1.1%. We're talking about boost numbers around 48 to 49 psi and drive numbers right around 60 psi, just to give you some frame of reference. And our test ended at 3,500 RPM. The difference was really mostly across the whole test. Some situations where our test might not be as accurate. If you're running really high RPM, let's say 4,500 RPM, you can't necessarily take the data from this test and cross it over to that test. RPM, drive pressure, boost numbers, anytime any of those things go up, in my opinion, theoretically, valve springs should be more important. Is the 1.1% gain in power worth the valve springs? I don't know, that's up to you. But for my engine at 700 horsepower, I'll probably continue to put valve springs in them. At least that way I know that if I do over rev the engine up to 4,000 RPM, or if I do run drive pressure silly by clamping the vanes down or do some crazy tests, I'll have that extra element of protection. Valve springs aren't very expensive, and when you're in there doing injectors, you might as well do them. So practically speaking, if you're not in a competitive environment and you're at lower power than this, you probably don't need valve springs. If you're in a competitive environment, sled pulling, drag racing, using the truck at a higher RPM, then I would probably recommend valve springs, or if you're running higher power than this. Hope you enjoyed this test. I enjoyed doing it. I wish it would have been a bigger difference, but you know, data's data. That's what we supply here at Calibrated Power. I'm Nick. We'll see you on the next Diesel Insights.